Hey, Zach, why you on the floor, Zach? Did you rob a bank or something?
No, he was just there to pay his property taxes.
Here's the deal.
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 Well, here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
So here's the deal.
But here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Well, here's the deal.
Here's the deal, man.
So here's the deal.
So here's the deal.
And here's the deal.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Because here's the deal.
Here's the deal. You either give me your ID or you go to jail. How about that?
Catch me outside. How about that?
How about that?
How about that? Here's the deal.
Welcome back to the Here's the Deal channel.
This incident to me is one of the reasons I think that the troll channels are absolutely evil. Because this guy right here that you see on the screen is not an auditor. He didn't have a camera. He wasn't causing trouble. He was in the Truman Courthouse in Independent, Missouri, trying to pay his property taxes. And all he did was tell the lady behind the desk that he doesn't need to provide an ID, which at the end of this news broadcast, they confirmed that's true. You don't need to provide your ID. So he's in the Truman Courthouse in Independent, Missouri on official business, and he ends up being handcuffed and thrown to the ground by the police officers who don't know how to keep their oath. Listen to this.
New at 6, a longtime Jackson County resident went to pay property taxes, but what happened actually bought him a night in jail. This took place in May, but now the video is out. Fox 4's Hannah King joins us live from the historic Truman Courthouse in Independence, where this encounter with Jackson County deputies happened. Hannah, you've seen the video.
That's right. We've seen the video and we're going to share it with you in just a moment. But it all happened when Zach Neno came here to pay his personal property taxes. But before he could do so, he walked out in handcuffs.
I walk in the building, there's a lady standing there. I said, ma'am, I need to pay my personal property tax. Where do I do that? She says, I need your ID.
Confused why he needed to hand over his license, Zach Neno was then told he was trespassing.
No, ma'am, I have business to attend here and this is a public building.
Neno says he was trying to pay his personal property taxes and was told he needed to leave by a nearby officer.
So that's all he did. He declined a request for ID, which was not necessary to provide. And then the cops are going to jump in. They're going to butt into a situation where they don't belong, and they're going to brutalize this guy. You'll watch how this guy's face hits the ground as his hands are cuffed behind his back.
This is a public building. You can't trespass me absent a crime, and I have business to attend here. And he reaches out to grab me, and I back up, and I said, sir, you have no reason to talk to me. I says, back up and I'll take care of my business.
So Neno walked to another window and took a seat. You see that happening here.
So I sat down, probably wasn't 2 minutes. Both officers come up, get right up to me and say, sir, you're trespassing and creating a disturbance. You need to leave the building. I'm like, no, sir. The only one that created a disturbance was that officer right there. I says, I have business to attend to, pay my taxes.
Let's contextualize this, guys. He is paying the state's extortion fee, and they're not even letting him. They're going to commit a crime against him to bar him from paying the state's extortion fee. This is rich.
They reached down, grabbed me, stood me up, put the handcuffs on me. He said I was resisting arrest, spun me around.
Okay, let's just finish watching it.
Threw me on the concrete floor.
He was then arrested and...
What frickin' cowards. They've already got the guy subdued. They have his hands behind his back. There's nothing there's 2 against 1. There's nothing he could possibly do to harm or injure them in any way. And yet they choose to trip him up with his hands cuffed behind his back so he can slam his face against the concrete floor.
On me. He said I was resisting arrest, spun me around, threw me on the concrete floor.
He was then arrested and spent 12 hours behind bars. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office confirms he's facing 2 charges.
So wait, he's still facing 2 charges after the Sheriff's Department saw the same video that we just got done taking a look at? They cuff him, kidnap him, fingerprint him, cage him, treat him like a common criminal because the guy said, I don't have to give you my ID. I'm just here to pay my property taxes.
He said the way he was treated wasn't right, and he's contacted the Internal Affairs and filed a complaint. So the only thing that you didn't do that they wanted you to do was hand over the license?
Yeah. Which there's no reason to give up your license unless you're arrested.
For you use any kind of foul language or anything?
No.
And we reached out to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office to find out maybe what led up to that arrest. And we were told he was charged with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. The Sheriff's Office went on to say this is an active case in municipal court, so it's not going to further comment on the case until the case is adjudicated. His case has also been continued until October. We also reached out to the county to see if it was protocol. Do you have to give your driver's license or any ID before paying your property taxes? And the county told us it is not required. Back to you.
So the guy was in the right. He did not have to produce his ID, but they made a big stink about it in the courthouse and got the attention of the law enforcement officers who decided to not only not honor their oath, but to commit a criminal act against the guy who's there to pay his property taxes. Any district attorney who would look at this and continue to press charges is a district attorney that needs to be fired because he's basically covering for the thin blue line criminals. And again, this guy wasn't an auditor. This guy's not in there provoking anybody in any way. He's just there to pay his property taxes. He's not there to push buttons. He's there on official business. And that is how the cops in Missouri treat you. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification icon. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. Remember, the price of freedom is now and always will be eternal vigilance, and indifference to this notion is the means by which the people have and will secure their own oppression. I will see you in the next video.